Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Daily Dose brought to you by Velocity Technologies. I'm Angelo, tuning in from our tech hub here in Tempe, Arizona.
And I'm Nia, joining you from our Tucson office. Today's episode is all about Microsoft's decision to remove the suggested actions feature from Windows 11. Angelo, this feature seemed promising at the start, right?
Indeed, Nia, it was one of those features that captured attention during the initial Windows 11 rollout. The concept was quite appealing, automating and suggesting actions based on user input to streamline workflow. But as we see, not all good ideas make it to the finish line successfully.
Let's break down what the suggested actions feature was all about. Microsoft aimed to enhance user productivity by suggesting relevant actions with just a click. For instance, if you copied a date, it might suggest adding it to your calendar. Well, this sounds useful. The reality was a bit different.
Absolutely, Nia. The idea was to make everyday tasks just a little bit easier by anticipating what the user might want to do next. Unfortunately, the execution didn't quite live up to expectations. Users reported various frustrations, and ultimately Microsoft decided to remove it.
One of the main concerns revolved around the accuracy and relevance of the feature. Users felt that the suggestions were often not helpful, and in some cases, they were more of a distraction than a benefit.
Right, the feature was supposed to intuitively understand context, but it often missed the mark. For example, suggesting to add a number to contacts when it was clearly just a part of a text string unrelated to any contact information.
Another significant issue was the performance impact. Users reported slowdowns and glitches when suggested actions were triggered. This was particularly problematic on systems that weren't top of the line.
Performance is a critical component of user satisfaction, and anything that jeopardizes it can turn users against a feature quickly. The suggested actions often resulted in a clunky experience, which was not well received by many.
It's interesting to compare how other operating systems have implemented similar features. Apple's macOS, for instance, offers context-aware suggestions through Siri. However, the reception has been more positive, largely because these features tend to be more polished and refined.
That's a good point, Nia. It appears that the lack of refinement and testing before rolling out the suggested actions on Windows 11 might have been a significant factor in its downfall.
So, what can Microsoft learn from this? It's a reminder of the importance of comprehensive user testing and gathering feedback before implementing new features on a large scale.
Right. It's crucial to ensure that the features not only work as intended, but also add real value to the user experience. Microsoft has a history of introducing ambitious features, but not all of them have been successful. Learning from these experiences is key.
Angelo, do you think Microsoft will try to reintroduce a version of suggested actions in the future?
It's possible. Microsoft has a track record of iterating on its features. If they can refine and optimize the feature to be more accurate and less taxing on system resources, it might make a comeback.
It will be interesting to see how Microsoft continues to enhance Windows 11, balancing innovation with practicality.
Nia, it's clear that modern software development increasingly relies on user feedback. Crowdsourced insights can help refine features before they become standard in operating systems.
Absolutely, Angelo. The tech community is vocal and engaged, and leveraging their input can lead to better products overall.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that while suggested actions had potential, it wasn't quite ready for prime time. Here's hoping Microsoft takes the lessons learned to heart.
We'll be keeping an eye on how Windows 11 evolves and whether any new features emerge to take the place of suggested actions. Thanks for joining us today.
And before we go, a quick word from our sponsor, Velocity Technologies. If you're looking for cutting-edge technology solutions, from IT support to cloud computing, Velocity Technologies is here to help. With offices in Tempe and Tucson, we're ready to support your business needs. Visit velocitytech.org to learn more. Until next time, stay tech savvy.